And welcome back to the Denver Sports Betting Show, UFC edition. My Fight Squad never left, and this segment is brought to you by CD's Wings. Be sure to get your wing order in early for this Saturday's 319 fights. Their flavor of the month is grubby garlic. I've never had it, but you can better believe I will be having it soon. I don't even know where to start. There's so many good fights on this card. I mean, we might as well just start with Jared Cannonier and MVP. Taylor, who do you like?
I like Michael Venom Page in this one.
MVP.
Cody, which thoughts?
I'm taking MVP as well.
Okay. And I got to go with MVP as well. Jared Cannonier, a great fighter. I've been watching him since I can remember watching the UFC. But Venom Page, I mean, he's just such a dynamic striker. What's your thoughts on why are you picking MVP?
I mean, Jared's great. He has a lot of power. He is aging a little bit. He's the better wrestler here. But even his last win, he got outstruck in that win against RoboCop and came back at the end and finished it. I just don't think he's going to be able to work with the footwork and the striking in and out that Michael Venom Page does. If you look at all of his other fights, that's where he struggles with the most. I think MVP picks him apart. And, dude, this dude has some crazy violent finishes. And I think we see another one here.
Absolutely. Ryan, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think MVP. I think he's going to put on like a point clinic here for this. I think it goes to decision, but I think he's just way quicker. Just his style just doesn't match up. You know, Cannonier is a little bit older. So yeah, I go MVP to decision.
Yeah, and he has MVP has a one of one style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tell me, what's your thoughts? How come you're going MVP?
I think it's, like you said, he's one of one. There's no one you're going to bring in the gym that's going to help you prepare for that kind of style. I think him not cutting to 170, he's going to be even faster, more explosive. You know, he looks fast and explosive against guys at 170 that we would consider fast and explosive. Yeah. I wouldn't say Jared's the fastest 85er, right? So you have a really fast 70 coming up in weight, not killing himself on the weight cut. Super unpredictable. It's only 3 rounds as well. I think if it was 5 rounds, I might lean a little more towards Cannonier just because of that vet experience. And he could be a little, he could be durable and kind of wear on him a little bit. But Venom Page is a beast, man. I think he's only lost to the best in super close fights, and he's had moments even in the fights that he's lost. And I think he's super frustrating, and we've seen Cannonier get frustrated in the cage, especially like when he fights guys that are kind of unorthodox. Like when he fought Izzy, I feel like he had a hard time with that, and I think Venom Page is even more unorthodox, similar in terms of long striker, but I think he gets it done. I think a decision as well, but I don't think it even looks close.
No, absolutely not. And Jared Cannonier, 41 years old. I hope to be that swole at 41. But, 41 at the pinnacle of the sport is really tough to come out of. Cody, tell me, so there's a height discrepancy, 6'3" versus 5'11", so 4 inches. Is that going to be significant in this one?
I think for this one it will. Usually I don't think the reach is that big of a difference. You know, in boxing it's way different. Guys can fight behind their jab and they usually fight long. Most MMA fighters don't have a great jab. They're not fighting long. But Michael Venom Page stays at that super long range and then is able to blitz forward. So I think he does a good job of using his length. And I think it does make a big difference for sure.
Okay. And I'm going with MVP as well. So we're unanimous MVP backers. It's tough because, like I said, Cannonier's such a strong fighter, but MVP gets it done, in my opinion. But moving right along, we have Geoff Neal versus Carlos Prates. What's your thoughts?
100% fighting nerds here. We're going with Carlos.
Okay. Yeah, Carlos.
I'm taking Geoff. I'm going to be the odd man out here, I think.
All right. So, Carlos, chain smoker, Prates, ripping heaters. What's your thoughts?
So, Geoff is turning in, the UFC has turned him into like a journeyman, right? They had him go against Shavkat. Now they're going to have him go against and test Carlos. And Carlos is a little bit of a question mark, right? It's crazy his cardio when he's still smoking. I was watching an interview and he's like, man, I could either be eating pizza and worrying about my weight, or I could just smoke a cigarette and I don't have to worry about the weight cut. Like, it's absolutely crazy. But he's flashy. His striking is crazy. His kicks, he can kick you from being inches away from you and he'll wrap his leg around to your head. So I think he gets it done here. I think it's going to be a really, really close fight though, but I think Carlos gets it done in the end. Okay, Ryan, talk to me.
Carlos, his pressure, I think just his power, I think he puts it away. So I'm going to do a parlay for this one too. So Prates, money line, give me MVP money line. Parlay those, get you some plus money. I think it's like plus 109 at the Hard Rock book. So that's what I'm going with. So I just think Carlos, I think he's going to knock him out, honestly.
Okay, and Hard Rock just launched here in Colorado.
They did.
All right, so get your bets in. I'm sure, are they running a promotion right now?
I believe there is a sign up bonus for it.
Yep. So they got you a sign up bonus. Ryan just gave you plus money odds, so be sure to get your Carlos Prates money line and MVP money line plus money. Cody, what's your thoughts? How come Carlos? No, you're going with Geoff Neal. You're going Geoff Neal. Okay. Yeah. I almost messed that up. What's your thoughts?
I think he has crazy power. I mean, so does Carlos, but I think Jeff's just willing to stand in there and trade. He has good kicks. He also has good pressure. And he's not really intimidated by anyone he's fighting. Like he is kind of a journeyman in terms of the guys he's fought, but he's held in there with those guys. Ian Gary was a super close fight. A lot of people thought he won that fight, and we just saw Prates in Gary, which was again a super close fight. So I don't think Prates is at the level of some of these other guys. I think Jeff's kind of had some weird finishes in the last couple fights. Like I think he fought RDA, right? And RDA hurt his knee, blew his knee. Yeah. So, and he's not the most active guy. So that's one thing I think could be a question mark. But I just think the power, the vet experience, I think he gets it done. I think Prates is willing to exchange, and Geoff Neal's a tough dude to sit in the pocket with and exchange. So we'll see.
Absolutely. And, going to a split decision versus Ian Machado Gary, I mean, Machado Gary was running stuff in 2024. Yeah. So, that was kind of at his peak, and I don't know. I know this is your first time on here. We hope to have you back, but I only give picks when I know I'm going to be right. And I don't know if I can be right on this one. This is a tough one, but I think Carlos Prates coming out of the better gym. You mentioned that he's with the Fighting Nerds. Tell the people, what gym he fights out of.
Well, so the Fighting Nerds, man, with Kaio and everybody that they brought in and Rufy, all these guys, man, they go at this fight game and breakdown in a very scientific level, right? They're going down there, they're like we were talking about with Jones, they're breaking down these tapes, they're breaking down different situations and movements that I think he's just coming from a gym that's elevated. I don't know why he smokes all day, but he's coming out of a gym that's elevated, man. I think he goes in here and puts it on display.
And Cody, you are our local fighting expert. What importance does it have to the outcome of a fight coming from a good gym?
Well, I think coming from a good gym, you're going to have good training partners. You're going to have, you're going to study film. You're going to have good game plan in place. You're going to have regimented training. It's not going to like go do whatever you want, But Jeff's at Fortis, so he's at a good gym as well.
Oh, yeah, no slouch.
I know the nerds are like, they're what's hot right now. The Fighting Nerds are what's hot. So it's I get it. They're a good gym, but Fortis has been long established. Lots of UFC talent. Safe is a good coach, and he'll have him prepared. But I do think you see very few and far between other guys that are making big waves that aren't from well-established gyms. It happens every now and again, but that's more the story that wow, I can't believe that guy did that from that gym. Just I think the regimented training and like being held accountable by high-level training partners is important because fighters, we're all adults, and eventually you're like, man, I don't want to go to training today. It sucks, right? So if you don't have someone hanging over you who's like, where the hell are you? It's easy to be like, I don't want to get punched and kicked in the face today. I'm going to take the day off. So both those guys coming from good gyms, it should be a high-level good fight.
Yeah, that's why I'm scared to make a pick. I don't like being wrong. But moving right along, we have Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico. Aaron Pico doesn't even have a picture on the UFC's website. How serious are they taking this fight? What's your thoughts?
All right, so this is the last time that I'm going to go with somebody that's coming over from Bellator. Okay, this is the last time.
This is the last time I'm going to get burned.
Yeah, we're going to see.
I got kicked in the shins 4 times in a row. 5 times, I'm done.
It's been rough, okay? It's been rough. But I do think I'm going to go with Pico here on this one.
Okay, Ryan, talk to me.
Murphy.
All right.
Murphy.
Yeah,
Cody, what'd you think?
Murphy.
Murphy? All right, I'm going Murphy too. But you were the only Aaron Pico picker. What you thought?
So it comes down to his UFC jitters and everything like that, where I do think he's a little bit different than these other guys that have come over. Is he's 28, he's still young, he's had a long layoff, but he's had nasty wrestling and great boxing. He trained with Pacquiao. He went to the Olympic finals and lost in the finals by 1 point straight out of high school. Like, this dude is nasty. Murphy's great and everything. He has amazing footwork. He has 52% takedown defense. He's spent less than 60 seconds on the ground after his takedown. So he's very good at getting up. But man, I got to be right on one of these picks eventually, okay? When these people come over, like, that's the end of the day. And I think Pico does it, but I will say if Murphy wins, Murphy's scared and ducking if he doesn't fight Yusuf after this. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, he's ducking. You heard it here first.
Oh, Yusuf will have some fight news soon. Spoiler alert. I'm not going to drop his fight news for him. It should be hitting your lines any day. But yeah,
well, it was just a couple of weeks ago. He was in that chair right there, and he didn't drop it. So
Yeah, it's that recent.
Okay, we'll have him back. But no, Taylor, you are not far off of it. That is what they call the gambler's fallacy. Well, it's been black 5 times in a row. It's got to be red this time. People have been a lot of mortgages have been lost on that same train of thinking. Ryan, what's your thought?
So Murphy, so with Pico, he loads up a lot of his power and he's gotten dropped like a few times. So I think with Murphy's like counter striking, I think he's just going to catch him. But I honestly don't think like this, he's going to knock him out or anything. I think this goes to decision, but yeah, Murphy by decision for me.
Okay. What do you think?
I mean, there's just levels, man. I think everybody from Bellator is the best in the world. They're the best. And then they come to the UFC and you find out like maybe you're not the best, you know? And that's with most of them. I mean, even like MVP, he beat Kevin Holland, but he lost to Gary. And they're losing to like, I know Ian Gary's really good. He's a potential future champ, but he's a middle of the road top 10 guy in the UFC. Bautista, top 10 guy in the UFC, dominated. Patchy Mix wasn't a close fight. Yair Rodriguez, top 5, top 10 type guy. So like, again, it's another guy, top 5, top 10. The trend is he's not going to win. Also, I think Aaron Pico has huge durability issues, not just like his chin, but I think, he's been injured in fights and lost fights. He's not super active because he has durability issues. And Lerone Murphy's super talented. He's been in there with some real killers, and I just don't really know how Aaron gets it done. I mean, you could say maybe he takes him down and controls him for most of the fight, but that's, to me, as a wrestler, somebody who comes from a wrestling background, that's the worst game plan. It's like, I got to hold this guy down and handle business for 15 minutes, and if he gets up and whoops my ass, I'm done. It's a tough spot to be in. I would be shocked if he gets it done. I think Murphy gets it done, and then doesn't fight Yusuf, fights someone else.
No, I 100% agree. And there's, like you said, levels to this game. It reminds me of the conversation of like, the best college football team will beat the worst NFL team. No. There's levels to this game. And at the highest level is Dricus du Plessis, the champion, the reigning defending champion, taking Khamzat Chimaev for the championship. This is the one we've all been waiting for. When you first sent it out, I got hearts in my eyes. I've been waiting for this one, and it's finally here. Who do you got in the championship fight?
Real quick before I give the best bet of the fight, if you guys are looking for a place to go watch UFC 319, check out Tom's Watch Bar in downtown Denver. They have a sweepstakes going on. They're partnered with the UFC. Every single time you go watch a fight there, you get an entry in to get a fly trip to Las Vegas to watch an event this winter. So if you are in Denver and looking for a place to watch UFC 319, make sure you go to Tom's Watch Bar in McGregor Square. And all day, every day, Dricus du Plessis wins this fight.
Ooh. I'm not that confident, but I'm going DDP. I'm going DDP, but not that confident.
All right, Cody, what you think?
I'm going Chimaev. All day, every day is insane. I don't know about that.
You've had really, really good luck betting on champions, underdog champions this year. You've given out lots of winning bets. How come this one's going to be a winner?
Man, Dricus, he's a brute force bully, similar to Homer Simpson over here. His cardio is great. His punching power is great. I think he has just this awkward, unique style. Now, it's coming down to everyone saying if Dricus gets out of the first round, Dricus has a chance, right? That's not really a great position to go in, especially with someone like Chimaev. But Chimaev is the biggest question mark in this entire sport right now because he's fought some great fighters past his prime, though. We can bring up cardio issues of Usman, and he didn't get a prep for that. But he's been working with Coach Cal in California. He's been doing everything he needs to do to prepare for this fight. But man, dude, I just got Dricus, man. He's a plus money dog as a champion. We cleaned up all year on plus money dogs as the champion. And I think he goes out there and gets it done, man. I just think he is too awkward and too much of a bully for Chimaev.
The South African bully.
Yeah. So I just feel like with Khamzat, like his gas tank, like that's always been the question, right? So he wants to get it done early. I just think with DDP, like his takedown defense is crazy. Like 75% takedown defense, plus like he's a good scrambler. So I just don't know. I think he can get past these first couple rounds, and I think that's where he wins it with his awkward style in those late rounds. But Man, I don't know. I think Khamzat like is right there. If he can get past that first round, DDP I feel like gets it.
Let's not forget though, DDP ran a train on the Gracie Barras and submitted every single one of them 5 in different weight classes, and did really good. So don't forget he's a good grappler as well.
He is, but Khamzat.
And to jiu-jitsu nerds, that means a lot. To the rest of us, we'll see how it goes down on Saturday. Cody, what you got?
So I think Khamzat catches a lot of flack for his cardio because he's been so dominant, right? I think, there's been some fights where you're like, man, he was gassing out. But if you look, it was when he fought Gilbert Burns. That was a crazy fight, up, down, tons of different wrestling exchanges, striking, and he won the fight. Same thing with Kamaru, crazy fight, high pace. Because that's the only way he knows how to fight. So in these crazy fights, at the end of the fight, he's tired. I don't think that necessarily means he has terrible cardio issues. I think for the longest time we said the same thing about DDP. Oh, what's up with his cardio? And then remember his coach came out and was like, oh, it's his nose. He can only breathe 8% of oxygen in the world or some like that, right? So I think the cardio issues are a little bit over exaggerated. I don't think you can't have a style like Khamzat has and have bad cardio. So I think he has pretty good cardio, maybe not as good as DDP, but good enough. And I watched Robert Whitaker take DDP down easy, right? I watched Derek Brunson take DDP down easy, and those guys are not on the same level as Khamzat, especially when it comes to control on the ground. I think he takes him down. I think he subs him. I don't think it's hard. I think inside 2 rounds, but if it goes further, I still got Khamzat. I'm not like, if he doesn't finish in the first 2, he's going to lose. I still think he wins. I think he builds enough of a lead to win, and I think people are really underestimating, like, he's going to be tired, but I think how exhausting it is to have somebody in your face, constant pressure, taking you down, hitting you hard because he has good striking, he has a lot of power, and then controlling you on the ground, how much that takes out of your gas tank as well.
Yeah.
And so I think DDP, he could have a late surge in the 5th, kind of like how we saw Prates and Gary, where we're like, oh, wow, he came back, he had a great round, but he lost the fight overall. I could see a fight like that if Khamzat doesn't get it done early, but I think he gets it done early.
All right. Well, Khamzat's fighting style is grizzly bear. We'll see if DDP can defend it.
Maybe we should put a wing bet on it, man. Next time you come, we'll do like a hot wing. So like,
all right,
we got to get your pick in
Khamzat.
Oh,
I like it. I said DDP in the back. I changed my mind. I only give winning bets. Khamzat all day, inside 2 rounds. Me and Cody riding with him. We'll put wings on the line. But don't go anywhere because we have the rest of the DSB crew breaking down all the sports you need to know this weekend, and be sure to get over to Tom's Watch Bar. They have giveaways. You'll be able to catch every single fight. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Thank you, Cody, for being here right after your fight. But like I said, don't go anywhere because we're breaking down all the rest of the sports you need to know this weekend.